And we're live.
D&D! D&D!
Alrighty. Hey, go live. Go live.
Hey.
We're live! Good morning, D&D! Today, you tell me what happened. What happened last time?
The heralds are here.
Absolutely nothing.
Most of them.
We met a dude called Salem, and he left for 5 minutes while Reed had to go take out the dog. But then he came back, and he was like, okay, I need to know 2 cool facts about yourselves, because I need to trust you. And we went around the table, and the recurring theme was, I don't know where I am in the world anymore. And he's like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, gentlemen, but I can't really help you with that one. We'll try to get you home, though. We took a detour to go get rid of the soul in Lucius's Steel Defender. So we had it, and then now it's gone. We have no idea. That thing's back in Observed World. We're never getting that back.
Hopefully that wasn't like a plot line or anything.
I hope that wasn't plot important. But the Salem and Good Sworden, also known as Gordon, and the Grey Hand had this plan to, if we got the essence of one of the Crimson Rose generals who came with us, we could use it to quantum mechanics our way back to reality.
Yep. Specifically to their lair. They probably could have just sent you back, but specifically to their lair.
Well, we weren't told about that. We were just told this is the only one.
It would have been nice if Salem was like, oh yeah, by the way, you're immediately going to go fight the Crimson Rose.
We're going for it,
You
baby.
weren't necessarily going to do the Crimson Rose. It was like a SEALs mission. They were going into, but you didn't need to know.
Anyways, so we thought about, okay, who are we going to jump? Because there is 3 people on the map. One's in Dusklight. We're gonna ignore that one because that's probably it, and that's a recipe to die. So we could fight Rio, who will also rock our shit, or Zion, who is much more manageable. We, through just like, yeah, that's probably Zion, got Zion, and showed up and just jumped his ass. He got flashbanged and then disoriented, and then his soul sucked out of his chest. Just cork in the chest.
I thought it was in his head. Was it not in his head, or was that a different syringe?
No, they injected a lot of stuff into him, but they just poked him in the chest and ripped it out. And so we jumped out to somewhere else. We don't really know where. It was somewhere in like a forest. And there was all this artifice stuff set up, and it was also there, or like a vision of it. It was just kind of watching. It was very concerning, very scary. And then right before we left, Far did what Far does best and notices that Rio is standing on a singular tree watching in the void. And so he just goes, that's fucking mean, and like makes the forest start fighting her, which gives us enough time to disappear without her. And so we ended up in this weird knife cellar, and we were like, this place is kind of weird. There's everything in this room is trying to kill us. And after a while, Mahua solved the puzzle because it was running out of time, and Hunter was like, we just gotta go, guys. We gotta go. And we broke open one of the knives, and in the knife was a herald. That's like the coolest trading card thing you could get. Gotcha, let me tell you. Holy shit, I got a herald.
It's a holographic Ignatius, bro. Oh my god.
So we busted out all the knives in the room. And we are in a room with a shit ton of champions, 8 heralds, a dragon god, Salem, and also Hadrian, who's also here.
Dragon god in like a human form right now.
Yes, he's in the elf form. They're in the elf form.
Okay, that's the elf.
Madness elf.
Like, I don't think this room is big enough to fit a dragon god.
No.
No.
Maybe we'll just go around introducing himself as the champion of Nasui.
Ulyrus is also there. He was also part of that wall.
Is Ulyrus like fucked up and poisoned from Spider Town in this reality?
No.
No, they've never gone to Spider Town here.
Why did they work about never got captured in this reality.
But like,
he got to live a happy life in his cabin. So
he got to be chill.
Good for him.
Until now.
He got to consult on random madness people. You know, like when he showed up and said, "Hey, Caspin, do you want to kill your mom?" No. Yep. Okay, he's fine. He's good.
Yep. Oh my god. Yeah, so we'll go with that. As everyone's there is, exchanges there given between each of these people, seeing that all these there's leaders of cities and civilizations here. There is, oh, you know what? Yeah, Yin and Yang are here too. They do show up. Yeah, that's right. They were captured. That is right. Yeah, that never came around where you're trying to summon them. They were captured, so they're here.
Killian also grabs the helmet.
We've been talking about that a lot, where we're just like, I wonder what's going on with Yin and Yang.
We all assumed that it was on the list of like, we're doing so much else, we can't really look into this right now, and we all assumed what was going on.
There is 3 Valkyries that are here as well.
Fuck.
And so as everybody is looking at Tharizdun, who the skin begins to crackle a bit, you begin to see sapphire scales in the face, but they're still staying in their elf form, is just mildly annoyed at everybody still being so hostile. I would say all of you feel extremely friendly. You're like, hey, Heralds, chill out. Stop trying to attack our friend. All of you immediately feel such a kinship with Tharizdun. You would do anything for Tharizdun. Tharizdun's the best ever.
Count out Tharizdun. There's no issues there.
Is anybody immune to being charmed?
My steel defender is.
Nope.
Cool. Fuck you. It's a dragon god.
I think Hunter could end
It
every turn with an action.
specializes in making sure you can be charmed. But, you know, it's not the typical charm that's like, oh, I control what you do. It is extreme suggestion. Yeah. Anyway, at the front door, Sordin's there, and you see him go with a big smile on his face. Good job, all of you. Come, Hadrian. We have much to do. And you see Hadrian just like... I'm gonna roll for Hadrian. I'm gonna see if he...
Also, Killian goes over and grabs Zion's helmet from Mahua. I want the fucking helmet.
Good try. Mahua, do you wanna...
Slide a hit, Jack.
Come on.
Do you wanna give it to him, or do you wanna...
Can I take my helmet? Can I take the helmet back?
You said your helmet.
I said the helmet. I said the helmet.
You went to say my helmet.
Do you have a I mean, it's probably not very good to have.
No, but I want it. After what he did to Ashai, I want it.
Oh, okay. I'll hand it back.
Alright!
Also, Reed, I will say, it was on me. I lost this section. This is actually Zalrog, not Tithus-Dune.
Ah, I thought so. This is the gold.
Yes,
right.
you were originally correct.
See, I should just trust myself.
It was between those two names, honestly.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're the two less used ones. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Zelrog got thrown. Yeah, it's Veil of Rebirth. That's right. She got thrown into. She got gated, and then gravity ripped apart by Mansoon in the first game.
Yeah, that was so badass, though.
Yeah, Event horizon of a black hole.
Because he was just plotting it and not telling anybody. They're like, "All right, we're gonna throw her in this gate so we can get everybody out of this town." And Adrian's like, "Yeah, okay." And then Adrian just follows them in, and then opens another gate.
Yep, he's like, "Burn."
Oh.
My people send the regards, you fucking monster. Yeah, no, he's a very vengeful person. And also the fact, like, I can't kill you, but I can make you last in pain.
I can make you suffer.
Yep. All right. Hadrian rolled a 2, so he just sadly follows and wanders next to...
on brand.
On
brand.
Next to Dad. What you do notice is there is an individual in... black scale armor next to Sordin.
Who the fuck is that?
One we recognize?
No,
is that that is a problem, guys?
The heralds of Sor are turning around and they see that and they're getting ready for stuff, but you just see him go, "Until we meet again, my intrepid group of misfits," and they leave out the door. The rest of the heralds are like, there's too much. I don't give a shit.
Can somebody heal me? I'm doing real bad right now.
Bologna heals you for full health. Everybody.
Yeah! Let's go.
Question is Lord Rasmus Sr. in the room?
Yes.
Yeah, but I believe he should be here.
Yes, he is.
He should be here.
Yes,
Would
he
we
is.
recognize him as Lord Rasmus Sr.? Because we've never seen Luther.
Yep.
At least in this time.
Yep.
Yeah. In this world.
Luther Rasmus is indeed here. You can see him talking with some of the other leaders that have been stolen around here. What you see is an older-looking version of Lord Rasmus with the graying white, close-cut beard. Everything is impeccably pressed on his entirety of his uniform, wearing his crest of House Rasmus, that of the horse. And he is trying to get his bearings. What you do notice is most people are extremely lethargic. It seems like there are lasting effects once you come outside these knives, minus fuckers that have skins of the ancient on. They seem unaffected, and dragon gods seem unaffected. But
who could have seen that one?
Seem unaffected.
But what's his name? Ulyrus is just like, and Bologna's just like, all right, let's just cure some shit on you. And she's healing him up. And Ulyrus is just like, oh my God, Salem. And Salem's like, Ulyrus. And they're like, where's Ralia? We need Ralia. And you can see there is stuff that's been in motion that's been out of your hands. So the two of them are asking for Ralia. Zalrog begins making her way out, and you see Maz now just kind of looks as like, another day. as Zalrog bursts open the door, just fucking explodes it open. You see blue dragon fire just come out of her hand as the door explodes, and she's just like, I'm leaving. And exits as the other people are like, what do we do? Some of the heralds begin trying to teleport these people away, back home. Tyrion scries at this point on Ralia to try and find her. You see Tyrion immediately panic and go, hey, come here, and grabs Ignatius and teleports away.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we probably should have said something about
Hag
should
Jail?
we start? Are there other heralds that are still around still?
Oh yeah, I mean there's the other ones that are
Just the two.
Yeah.
Well, there's just the two left. Yes. So
important point of order, at least when we last saw them. Ralia and Aerie were in hag jail. A bunch of hags had captured them because they were super dumb, powerful. And Adium, yeah, Adium's also there. That guy. He's back. He's alive. The same people who captured you had captured him. We busted him out, and then he got captured again.
Good thing Tyrion's not here.
Just let him.
Don't save him! Don't save him! Leave him alone!
Rot! I do not want to see him.
They're like interesting, and let's see. I'm trying to think of some of the dynamics. Charnook's just like, oh, they got captured. No, Maz is like, I would never get captured. That's ridiculous. Wow, how weak of them to get captured. Wow.
I would never get captured in my life. Never be captured.
They teleport back with Ralia. You see Ralia, just like, oh, thank goodness, like happy to be free of that. Back with the realm of the living. Very good. And she's like, Salem, excellent, you're here. Good. And you can see a bit of craziness in her eyes.
No.
And she's like, let's do this. And so, you guys enter into, as the entire group begins moving in, to the Crimson Rose's base. You'll never get to explore this, but here's the map. This is the Crimson Rose dungeon.
Damn. Oh, the Crimson Lake.
Interesting.
I don't know what that's about.
As the group comes into here, so let me think. I'd say probably Bologna is... No, she'd be hunting. So probably Ignatius is the one that's going to be teleporting everyone back and forth, along with some of the Valkyries that are here that are teleporting people back home to try and get them safe. The rest of the heralds begin trying to raise hell. As the group sprints out with you guys in tandem, it is clear that Salem has some sort of grand scheme that you guys were not aware of. This is very much like Richtofen on Moon, so congrats.
That's
not great.
but I was thinking it.
I mean, you said grand scheme.
Anybody says grand scheme. Whoop.
Did your group choose to follow the heralds or stay behind like losers?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, follow the heralds. That's the coolest option. Why would you not?
So
April has to network as an upcoming champion.
Inside the Crimson Rose layer, what you see is there's everything is colored in a crimson light, a crimson red light. There is rose petals decorating everywhere, where it's trees, it's plants, it's bushes. It is of stone all around, and there are these giant guards, golems, that are marching their way through. Ralia immediately disintegrates them as you guys are going through. Ralia and Tyrion are levitating, and the others are just rushing through. As like some creatures are escaping, as Mosnell and Charnook are just raising hell, going into rooms and just like breaking anything they can find or freeing people as needed. He just begins disintegrating just madness monstrosities with his flames. And they get to the doorway to the core as Salem has an item out, and Ulyrus is looking over at it, and they're going back and forth between things. And they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's got to be behind this door. So they use, they're like, hey, could we have that? So Ralia would go to Killian and go, could I have that helmet for a second?
Yep, sure. Cheers.
Also, did the heralds bring Aerie back as well, or just Ralia?
Oh no, they left their asses.
Yeah, fuck Aerie.
No.
Aerie's not important right now.
No, they are moving at the moment. They have shit to do.
Okay.
The corridor opens, and there's a long pathway leading to a throne room full of chairs for the Crimson Rose leaders. You stopped. How dare you?
Nah, we went through 30 minutes of it.
All right. Well, I was dragging my feet. As you guys enter into and go down this long pathway, it is almost equal with water all about. And again, there's this red lighting everywhere that goes to the edges of the world. As you guys are walking down this, it's like some concrete towards the throne, and there's waterfalls and petals, all rose petals leaning or floating on top of the water. At the center where all the thrones are, it is just standing there at the center.
Oh, great.
And Ralia is just like, oh, that looks... And both Charnook and Mosnell sprint ahead going, dudes! And they just start trying to attack it. And it's like punches their hearts out. And they're like, ow! And then they keep fighting. And you see Bologna just like, oh, Jesus. And there's a state of like, that should have killed them. But they just hang on. And then it should have killed them. And they just hang on. And Bologna's just healing them. And so that distraction is going on as there's no wasted movement between it. As like Salem slides behind one of the thrones with Ulyrus, and the two of them are doing their best to try and figure something out here. And Ralia is just sort of grinning, and she's just like, I can feel it. They're able to solve whatever was hidden here that the other group never fucking solved.
Let's go. Free information.
And unlocking a hidden stairway below the throne room. It spirals around and down to something beneath the core in the Crimson Lake. As the group goes below, as three of the heralds up top are distracting it, your group sprints down. And as you guys enter the inner core, what you find is a melting, corrupted amalgamation of what appears to be the revenant of Melora. It is gigantic. It is huge. For reference, let me see if I can get a picture of it.
That's certainly
Ooh,
behind it.
That's just fucked.
Woo!
Yeah,
that
that's
answers a
really-
lot of questions about why Madness was still around. I love lore.
I love lore.
Yeah, but
I
that's
love lore.
if that wasn't around, Abel couldn't have made the simple choice of, hey, I kind of want to be Madden now, you know?
You don't know.
Yeah.
This world works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. Anyway. The other group finds the secret passageway to the terrible, awful, giant Melora amalgamation. It's like, oh shit. What do we do about that?
Oh, that's not great.
Oh!
That's not
what?
great at all.
What the fuck?
That's fucky wucky.
That's
Very much what Melora's avatar looks like, except this one would be broken as shit, like what you saw at the end of the campaign, which I also think I have that picture real quick. You guys can't get too close, or you just get annihilated, by the by.
Yeah. Yeah. You get, like, infinite psychic death if you get close.
Actually, no, killing is not immune to psychic damage.
No, well, it's not immunity, it's resistance.
Fucking creator
But, yeah.
god!
No, I know, it'd be really
Creator
fun.
gods
Just, like,
laugh
test it
at
out.
immunities. They're like, lol.
I know. Well, no, that's not Nick. That's Abel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no.
gonna guess like Killian into walking close enough.
Yeah, Adam, that was resistance to psychic, and I
You
don't know
said
if you
immunity, I could have sworn.
don't know if it's immunity for a single round if I choose to get healed from it.
That's what it was.
Might I remind you, like 1,000,000 divided by 2 is still like 500,000, and that's a little bit over my HP max.
You're fine. You can do it. I believe in you. Walk forward. You'll be fine.
No.
Just touch it. Just touch it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This thing is awful.
Wait, I'm
Just for scale, those are dragon gods that are also in the picture, so we'll move that over. That's a dragon god. And that's a dragon god. That's halal. Fucked up lynched him halal during that time. Alright, so as the cutscene continues. Where were we? As you enter inside here, yes. So as you enter inside the inner core with the last remnant of Melora here, you see on her, though, not only does she have purple eyes, but on the all the different eyes that decorate her person and her magical entity and avatar, there are green eyes all around, and then there are also like unstable eyes that either have no eye color or switch between eye colors. It is off. It is unsettling. It is you all are definitely under a fear condition, besides the heralds, because they've seen this shit before. And
another day at the office.
Yeah, she is like being reformed. So there is like kind of like Attack on Titan steam going on inside here. The creature itself is just it's almost like melting at some stages. Think Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, of one of the God Killers, I think, or something like that. They called it, where it's like literally melting. It's a Miyazaki movie. Go watch that sometime. That's very much what you're seeing here. You see Eulyrus turn to Salem and be like, "Do you have it?" And Salem takes out from his bag of holding Skybreaker.
God damn it!
My fucking God.
Just had that on him?
He just had
a bag of holding.
He just
like,
had Skybreaker. Fine.
Oh, who's gonna have? Oh,
Ralia,
no.
out of her memories, takes the creation gems.
Oh my God.
Oh, all of them. Oh shit.
All of the above.
And they infuse the creation gems to Skybreaker.
Huh?
That's how it works.
As they are about to fire Skybreaker, I need to turn to Hunter and see how much he wants to hurt.
Oh no.
Because Tyrion technically needs to die. But
no.
in my mind, when I was going through all the potential people to do this, I figured Tyrion would be the one to fire Skybreaker at this moment in time. I will potentially give Hunter veto power if he cries like a little bitch.
No, I mean, this is still equidistant in timeline to the other campaign, right? I told you, he would live for like 250 years or so, and then he'd start to feel the wear of the armor on him, so he'd be looking for a way out.
So, you see Tyrion begin to start Skybreaker, and you see this ethereal lotus begin to form around him as then, like, an equal wind and pressure begins to fire. The Tiefling Herald of Fate looks straight up at one of the most horrific monstrosities and terrors that have ever plagued Xenia, and you see beside him a red tiefling appear and begins begging him not to. And Tyrion just smiles at him and goes, "We all have our time. It is part of our fate." And there's a somber acceptance from this red tiefling as he backs off, and Tyrion fires Skybreaker at the corrupt Melora. As it cuts through, the essence itself is obliterated. It dissolves, and Tyrion begins shedding his armor. You hear a distinctive ping as you see some sort of medallion flick off of Skybreaker onto the ground. It's picked up immediately by Eulyris, and Tyrion goes to two knees, and you can see Ralia and the rest of the heralds go to his side, hands on him, and each of them, somber and melancholic, just wish him a good rest as he turns to dust, very much like Endgame. And his armor just turns ethereal and then disappears from this world. The entirety of the Crimson Rose base begins to crumble without the layer that was being created by Melora. The group teleports you guys away. I would say, where would the heralds try and take you?
Halali World?
Fuck off.
Halali World!
No, you guys don't get to go to
fucking
Halali World. That's for good boys.
I mean, probably Jigsaw, so...
Yeah, I was thinking about
That
that.
makes sense.
I don't know what that is, but I'll agree.
I don't know what it is either. As long as it's not a Shia, I'm happy.
I was thinking.
Don't
Shia.
take
I
us
was
back
gonna
to
take yes
Shia.
I was thinking about it.
Not again.
Yeah.
That would be
Florida,
really
man.
funny. That would be really funny. All roads lead to Shia, baby.
All right, yeah, I'll take him to the home. Raleigh will take you back home to Jingzhou as, or is it Lian Zhao? No, it's Jingzhou.
No, it's Jigsaw.
Yeah, Liang Zhao is Mansoon's Tower of Awful.
Nonsense. Anyway, I take great offense to that. As the Crimson Rose base falters and falls, the Crimson Rose begins to state a collapse. As you guys return to Jingzhou, you're in the courtyard, and you see the world is no longer has eyes up in the air, all across. There is not a permanent eclipse in the world. The sky is but renewed. Whatever potential collapse and endless night that was occurring did not finish. In this moment, you feel a relief, a weight lifting as you see Ralia go, one moment, and she leaves. And then she returns with Adium, Aerie, and Tellius. Tellius looks fucking awful.
He's not dead?
He's not dead! Let's go!
I'm going to change the music.
Damn.
Because you see Big Girl, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no!
I'm the new BBG! Tellius is going to murder you all.
Corrupted Tullius!
Oh, fuck!
We've already been there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To answer your question, what Jingzhou is, John, Jingzhou is the town that the Heralds govern. So it's literally Herald Town.
What? Herald Town?
They got awarded a keep after the war.
That's crazy. Wouldn't be fucked if anyone else got awarded a keep. That'd be fucked.
As there's finally a moment to breathe, a moment to process the absolute insanity that just occurred, Tullius is sprawled out, laying on the ground, just breathing heavily with ice burns all over him. You see Aerie look at your group and goes, "You guys are a bunch of fuck-ups."
Yeah. Yeah.
You said Aerie said that?
Yeah.
Yes. Aerie said that.
Hard
to deny that assessment.
Thanks for the hope.
Valkyries were a lot better at that.
Ralia goes over to Tullius and she goes, "Good boy." As Tullius goes, yes. I don't know quite how to roleplay this, so I'm going to... Tullius is going to... And the Heralds are going to cue in your group into the aha moment. But a second passed in this world from when Tullius called and casted his spell. So whatever time you guys were taking in the observed world, we were still in the same moment that was occurring when you were sent away. Tullius then was holding all the Crimson Rose while you guys were going through the dungeon at that point. The only one he couldn't keep there was it. So it was aware. That was what was looking at you guys when you guys were screwing up down there. And it was like, oh, I got to go. So it would have been chasing you like Mr. X throughout the dungeon, but you guys got to avoid that. And with this break, the hags were defeated, returning all the people back to Xenia that were missing. All 80 million people are back. Woo! Towns are restored. The world has a moment of reprieve from your nonsense.
We didn't make that wish.
A small moment for now.
Yeah. So Ralia helps heal everyone, and then she's like, "Where would you like to go? You're not allowed to stay."
Can I ask a question, actually?
Sure.
How do you know him? And I point to Salem. He was somewhere
Yeah.
Yes.
else. Like,
Wouldn't you like
gone.
Yes. Yes. She's just smiling. And Ulyrus is like, "You don't have to be like this. You could just tell him."
I turned to Ulyrus. Same question.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to give it to you, Your Honor. I know you want to know. I know lore people want to know. Yeah, all right. All right. Well, we've been trying to track down Salem for ages since we knew he'd be reincarnated. We made contact not too long ago, and we're exchanging information between the observed world and our world. We were able to make that connection thanks to Adium's research from back in the day, and now we literally have Adium. As you see, Adium's there, and then he is immediately gone. He's just like, wait, and leaves.
I have a family now.
Oh, so that was Adium. Oh, God, how old are you people? Anyways.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we were figuring out what was going on, and we knew there was some awful entity in this world. We didn't know it was actually going to be another avatar of Melora, one of the remnants from when we split the corrupted version from the clean version. But we, we came prepared, and we couldn't reforge Skybreaker here, but we could reforge it in the observed world. And now we must destroy it, as all of them begin reaching for it, and Ralia takes the stones back off it, and Salem happily hands it over, and just like, it feels nice to be home.
I have a question,
Did it only require the creation gems?
Yeah.
Oh, those fuckers.
So, I'm still confused on what happened to us. Are we just, like, one person with our observed selves? How does that work? What?
Oh, yeah. So, here's a fun one. So, kind of like when the Herald sacrificed themselves in the observed world, they became one with their normal selves. So, yeah, it seems like Tullius somehow used his magic to help you become one with yourselves. Forcibly. So you're all one.
Okay.
Does that mean anything? Is that going to change how we are moving forward?
I mean, they're all you. They're still you in essence, so...
I had like a contract soul thing with Yin. Is that still up, or is that gone now that I'm combined? How does that work?
I think that's gone.
Cool. Okay.
What was it, by the way? Was that just
we have no
like
idea what it is.
They have no idea what it is?
The Heralds have no idea what it is.
What?
They have no idea what it is.
Is it still around?
Currently, it is as still as a statue in the center of the core of the Fallen Crimson Rose base now. It is just still.
That's concerning.
That's a problem for another day.
You know what?
Another day.
We're winning right now. I don't really want to think about if we could possibly lose in the future. Let's just take it as it is. Holy fuck. That is real.
Salem would then go, oh, that's probably why we lost Sordon.
Oh, yeah,
he's probably... If he's one with himself, he seemed very different in the observed world, so I'm not.
Yeah, he's
quite
kind
sure
of a
how
dick
it's going
here.
to the fact he killed me here, actually.
That sucks. That's bad news. I did get vibes that he was not the best of persons, but he meant well. In my world.
Yeah, no, he was like into the Melora stuff. He was like
into like the really chaos part of it. That was
he was a partaker.
Not necessarily the entropy part, more the cause problems to create chaos.
So where do you want to go?
Fucking.
We really drop your sorry asses off.
We going to Ushaya?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's really nowhere else to go.
Kind of our point.
There's no other
our main
place to
There's
go.
literally nowhere else.
If I was to suggest Sorenfield.
Yeah,
Actually, not a bad idea.
We could go to Sorenfield.
Go visit Rasmus.
Let's go say hi to Rasmus.
Yeah, we can use the Crimson Rose, our contracts.
Probably a
contracts
good
are fulfilled.
place.
You're so good. You're so good at this game.
Is Killian still
The one place I want you guys to go, everyone's like, let's not go there, and then first words out of Drew's mouth all game, let's go to the place where he wants us to go. Okay.
He was reading your notes. That's why he was that silent during the cutscene.
I stopped writing them down to try and prevent this, and this is
Okay.
It's done nothing.
He can see into your mind.
It's
Yeah,
clear.
you can see.
You guys are teleported to Sorenfield, which appears to be war torn. It has been under siege, and there has been war battles like none other here. The once beautiful city that you saw prior is in ruin, and I'd say probably like 80% of the city is just rubble at this point. The main castle itself is split in half, and one side is completely fallen and crumbled, where you see a maddened Tarask laying dead on top of it.
Holy fuck.
There are madness creatures all on the ground. There are Soren Field soldiers unconscious. Well, not unconscious. They're very dead. Armor ripped. There are people changed into madness. The place is rough. And Raleigh is like, oof, and leaves.
Thanks.
All right. We have reset the game.
Everything reset.
All right, so
we can remove all the great disappearance markers on the map. That's fun. And get rid of those. You can delete this whole page. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna pull up like a
So,
Let me.
what do we do
delete.
now?
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. We are back
We can
to
go-
a normal game of D&D. The Crimson Rose threat is been defeated.
yeah.
It is still around, which is
It's been-
terrifying.
Dealt with for now.
The Heralds are hunting down the Madness Generals. So that is not your job anymore. We are back to level 13 gameplay. You guys,
13?
what are you at?
We're 12 right now.
You're now
Did
13.
we level up?
You level
Cool.
up, yes.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm a level up.
Yay!
Level up right now. Do it on
Don't level up right now. No.
That's why I always regret telling people to level up. They're like, yeah! It's like, no, we
Does
still have to play.
Lucius get hero action?
Sure. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say you watch like the corrupted remnant Melora get
Alright.
destroyed by heralds. I feel like you're
I
pretty
feel like
close.
you're in now, kiddo. You're a hero.
I was gonna make the argument if Hadrian was there, I had a hero action because he has one.
Yeah.
Hadrian lost his hero action.
Damn it! I mean, he's back in fucking. I don't know.
He's
He's
around.
with the A sword.
He's somewhere.
Yep.
I feel
Yeah.
like. Well, let's
Fucking rolled
go.
it too. That's really funny though.
Let's go check in on Rasmus because I'm.
If he's around, yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. This is a lot to take in.
As your group tries to track down Lord Rasmus, you're eventually picked up by guards, knights that are on post looking for anything, as a very much a multitude of madness creatures seem confused, but Spaghetti-O! This does not kill the hive mind and everything goes away. The madness creature's still around.
Of course they are.
So there's still those things. So they're like mid-battle with some madness dragonborn creatures as they like stab through one of them, and one dragonborn creature literally like rips an individual's face in half with its claws. And there's like nearly an equal exchange of two individuals killing each other at the same time. But they drop, and then there's like two knights left, and they're just like, hey, you're not supposed to be out. Come here. Come to the shelter.
Would these guys recognize them when we stayed in Sorenfield?
It's been 3 years, Nick.
Okay.
It's
been a while.
Well, while they have more.
We were
important
here
shit
for
to worry
like
about.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Come.
And then the world ended.
Oh, D20 inspiration to Adam for wearing sick merch. Sorry.
Oh, I just didn't shower and my hair's a mess, so I put on the beanie.
You have two
Man.
D20 inspirations now.
Yeah, 2 D20s. Use them. Use them effectively.
As you guys are ushered by the guards, unless you don't want to the
I killed the guard. No.
Okay.
We should go with
Go
them.
with
We
them.
should go-
Yeah, go with them.
they
Go
take
with
you
Yeah,
to
we
an
go.
underground safe house where the citizens of Sorenfield have been kept. There's also a mass panic, I would say, of going on right now above ground, that people just reappeared, very much like the snap or the blip, and people are being ushered underground as well. So it's chaos. It's a lot right now because there was another population here, and what you find is here in Sorenfield is Abel and Killian's family.
Look at that. And they're awake and not asleep or whatever?
They are awake.
That's
Caspian
crazy.
there too, or like just his parents?
Caspian hasn't showed up yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abel will go embrace his family, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had a hell of a last 3 years, I guess.
They are giving you hugs. They are holding you. They are doing their very best to comfort you. They can't believe you're alive. You guys do notice Luther Rasmus. Keep looking at your watch, Drew. It's fucking me up. Am I boring you? What's going on?
No, text messages.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay. Just making sure. I'm trying.
You have to give him something to perceive, Reed. You're not giving him
I
something to
know.
look
I
at.
know. We're getting there. I tried really hard to get back to normal D&D.
Nope.
Just roll 30.
It's just vibrating, so I'll look at like that's.
Okay. We cool. All right. Just making sure everything's fine. Okay. You see Luther Rasmus is here, and he is tending to people and making sure that they're all right, and people are awestruck that he is back after such an absence. After a little bit of time with everybody together, coming into this area, you find High Lord Rasmus, as he walks in full plated armor, a champion of the God of Strength, wielding a claw, as he comes in and sees everybody covered in battle and ichor. Just absolute relief on his face as he sees that not only has his trial not been for nothing, that your family has awoken, that he pulled from Ashaya and has been defending for the past 3 years and trying to keep all your families as safe as possible for the people that he knew, which also would include Far's people as well. They would be in Sorenfield as well, your town.
How? They got
They
vanished.
disappeared.
They got snapped.
They-
How would they?
They got snapped back here.
Okay.
They didn't go
Okay.
exactly
Interesting.
back to their place because Soren. They're really
Okay.
close to Sorenfield, so
Okay, that's fair.
it's kind of like certain conduits. The hags are not very like, we're gonna put everything exactly back where it was when they died. It's very much just like, bleh! Like it'll go to like one center mass of most density. Because that's how I'm deciding how their fucking magic works. Don't fucking.
Because fuck you, Juan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, it's literally on the map how close they are. Like, why not?
Yeah,
What's the
but
issue? Why are you mad?
I'm not mad. It's just okay.
You're so
Okay,
mad.
whatever,
You're
man.
so mad at me all the time.
I'm so mad. It doesn't make enough sense for me, DM. I'm so mad.
It's soft magic, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Ask Wizards of the Coast. Fuck. Fine, I guess I can go back, and we can't have any fun. You fun sucker.
Okay, fine, whatever.
And he goes to your group, and he's just like, whatever you did, I'm so happy. Caspian is there with him, who is fighting beside Rasmus. All of his markings of madness and eyes are now green.
Yeah, Abel will hug Caspian.
And
Obviously.
he hugs you.
What happened while we were gone?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot, brother. A lot. It's so good to see you. Oh. I mean, and you see Lord Rasmus is just like... And he just goes past you guys and starts going up to his father. And he just embraces his father as he drops his sword and begins just crying. As his dad
34
embraces him,
sessions
and
in
he's
the
just
making.
like, that's not very lordly of you. As he's crying, he's just like, you've done a great job keeping everything in line here, son. I'm very proud of you. And he's just like, ugh, Dad! I miss my dad! Caspian looks to your group and he just goes like, I awoke not too long after, about 2 years in of the occupation that was occurring here. The world was attacked under madness creatures, and we were doing our best to defend it from here, and many other places in the world were under siege and wars were going on, invasions were happening, but things have stabilized, and prior to whatever the hell you guys were doing to a degree, and it was mainly a standoff that was occurring. almost like someone fulfilled the prayers that so many of us had been wishing for over the many years that have been occurring. There is a calm now. The world will need to reconstruct, and things will still be existing out in the wild, but it finally seems like this madness has stilled. I'm no longer, I don't hear the voices. I'm no longer maddened. I just feel this newfound freedom all throughout.
You can thank Tyrion Pyre skills for that.
Okay. I will next time I have the chance to see a herald.
Well,
I was meant more
that's gonna be a bit
metaphorically.
hard. Yeah, no matter what, you're not seeing him again.
Oh.
I think Abel will spread, just like
Yeah.
when he can, spread the word of
The new legend
that
will be
Tyrion
formed.
saved the world this time instead of Shelby.
Shalmir's just like, what the fuck?
I like to imagine Shelby is watching all this, and then Tyrion shows up. He's like, "What? Oh, come on, dude!"
Shalmir's sitting there.
Wasn't it Shalmir
like-
and Tyrion that went in the temple and went full like crazy together for a while, or was that someone else?
Yeah,
in the Lord Temple.
because
This was meant to be.
Shelmir taught Tyrion how to smith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
they
was
have
meant
they're
to be.
like 5-minute excursion into each other's minds.
Yes.
But for them, it was 2 years together.
It was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. The Lord Temple was cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wow. This is poetically beautiful.
Shalmir's sitting there on Shalmir there for like 400 years, and it's like, God damn it! God damn it! Now there's another.
Do we gotta share it? No, he gets his own. Way. Fuck that. I'm not sharing mine.
Yeah. I'm not sharing mine. He can have his own, but I've got
A
mine.
new legend is definitely being sung and told of what Tyrion did, and the return of Salem to this world, and all that is happening with the heralds, and including what your group contributed by going to the observed world and making this possible. Your names are etched into the annals of history. I will also say Lord Rasmus comes back to your group after he's had time away from his father, and he embraces all of you. He's happy to see all of you, and for returning his father, he gives a smile and goes, "That's a reward. Every player will get 15,000 gold pieces added to their inventory.
Yo!
For returning and saving Lord Rasmus."
Oh,
Completing our Crimson Rose contracts that we made at the start of this campaign.
Remember that?
How much
We're
was
gonna get him
those?
out of Ashaya.
So
Less
Mahua, it
less
was
than
different
that.
things. Yeah, it was a
Okay.
lot less, but people asked for different things.
Okay.
Mahua asked for a way to get to the Astral Sea.
Okay.
I know that. Hadrian was trying to get his freedom back, which doesn't matter because Hadrian's all fucking
No one cares
around.
about
yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
have a streak
Avalon,
currently.
Evelyn asked for a cool magic item, which doesn't matter because she's off in Observed World.
Yep.
Far, I don't remember what Far asked for. I think it was money for his town, but I might be wrong.
He got 75,000. He's fine.
Yeah, he
Oh,
already
it's
got a shit ton of
fine.
money,
That was 50.
but I know Abel and Killian basically asked for money and protection of their families from the Crimson Rose, which you know,
Yeah,
we kind
so
of got
we pretty
that
much
one.
all got what we wanted anyways.
Yeah, I think.
I'm a great DM. There you go.
We did.
Well, except
We got
Mahua,
there.
because I think Mahua realized he didn't want to go to the Astral Sea after he went to the Astral
Nonsense.
Sea.
We're
No,
gonna
no,
send
I
you.
still have to go.
Don't
Yeah, he
worry.
still
To
needs to
make
go.
several pilgrimages.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
was it?
trials ahead of you.
Yeah.
All right.
I just realized I was mistaken in my expectation of the journey.
Yes.
There is nothing more satisfying to me. That is such a real life thing that, like, even I just love these people that's like, this is how it is, and then just be like, what? It's like, why would you ever think that? It's like, what I was told. It's like, who said that? Who said that?
Who did that?
Tell me that. Were you there? It's like, this is a
Okay,
lot of the
so
arguments I used.
I'm looking back at the notes, and these numbers seem fairly high. I might need to go back and double check that. I don't know. That feels
Not,
too
not a problem
high.
right now. Not a problem.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that one later. I'll
Yeah.
double check that.
15,000 gold is still a lot.
Yes, 15,000 gold's good.
Yes.
To everybody?
I will.
No, I was just giving you 15,000 gold for
Yeah.
reward
Yeah,
in essence. He's very happy to help you.
Yeah, just the contract we signed at the beginning of the campaign. I'll go back and double check just because these numbers are kind of high, like higher than what we just got, and I feel like I don't think they would have been this high.
I think it was right after the 50,000, so we were all like, "Oh, well, you're gonna ask for this."
That's
so,
true. That's
I
true,
think-
actually.
I think those
so
numbers
then
might be right.
So
but-
for defeating the
Okay.
Crimson Rose, you guys get an additional 5,000. This is for his dad. This is different. The 15,000 for his
All
dad.
right.
So then you guys can
What
have an
is- what-
additional 5,000 per player, so 20,000 per player gold pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn.
No.
Lord Rasmus, if I may ask, I do wish to go back to the. I know it's kind of been wishy-washy, but I do wish to go back to Astral Sea. I'm gonna need to make a few trips in that way.
A promise is a promise. We will send you to the Astral Sea. I believe there is a gate that we can establish to send you there through on the guidance of Cthulhu. So we got you.
Thank you.
Each of you also shall have a title in Sorenfield. Each of you.
Oh, cool. Now everyone just get a title.
Far gets 2.
Far, you
Do we
can get
go-
a higher
you
title.
go up a level?
Yeah, you can. Definitely. Yeah. What were you prior? Were you
Just
He's a knight.
knighted.
Yeah, he's a knight.
All right, you're definitely. Everybody else is knights. You went up a rank. I'll have to
Thane?
look.
He's a lord.
Thane, I like that. Thane might be right, but I don't know. I gotta
I'm just
look
looking
at
up
the
what's,
ranks,
what's
actually.
right above a.
I just like how all this just
Knight
happening.
rank.
Lucius has no connection.
So also,
with Rasmus.
Wait, I have the ranks. Give me a second.
So when it showed up to murder us, and I was pulling cards out that fucking deck I grew out from Mirror World, I got like a castle somewhere around here. I don't know if that's around, but that might be worth looking into. Damn it!
No,
Damn it!
It's
We
been,
can have
it's
our
been a
own
few
Jin Zhao.
years. It's been demolished.
it's got
Damn it.
destroyed. Instead, there is a new abandoned castle that has been utterly taken out by madness creatures. Let's fuck it for your campaign. Steamtide has been overrun by madness creatures and is
It's
currently
lost.
occupied by them. If you free it and dungeon crawl it, it's yours. You get a free castle.
Oh, hell yeah!
I would-
We got a
yeah,
stronghold!
I would like to say, according to the way the card's written, that's how it's supposed to work, because it's supposed to be occupied by monsters, and we have to clear it out.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So after the Astral Sea trip,
So-
are we going to Steam Tide?
We
Well,
can wait on the
yeah,
Astral
there's-
Sea. We can fucking
Yeah,
wait on the Astral Sea. I am
It's
not
not
prepared.
urgent. It's not urgent that I go there. I just
Yeah, just there's
I just
there's a
need a way.
pathway.
Read it's Earl, Viscount, or Baron is right above Knights.
God damn, dude, you have it faster than I can look at my own lore. I'm in my lore tab. God damn.
Baron
God damn.
Yeah,
What sword
Baron's
mirror?
far.
Every time I address Far in
Yep.
character, it will have to be by Baron, correct?
Yep. So knight,
Yeah.
lord, baron, high lord, duke, duchess, princesses, sovereign, and yeah, okay. So there you go. That's the one I had. Did you just look at the normal ones?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just normal
Yeah.
one.
So this is the one because they're all labeled by leafs and such in their hierarchy. So you would go to Lord. You are now Lord Far.
God damn.
I feel like we are closing in on Farrell getting his
Yeah, getting his name,
I
yeah.
don't know. I guess we can do, one more mission or so,
I-
but
No, if anybody were to address him, he would correct them. Like that's
all right.
you did the cutscene at the beginning, but I was gonna go to the Rasmus,
Yes.
in the room, and show him the leaf and stuff like that. And if he's like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was gonna be like, "Oh, Farrell."
Yeah!
I was
And
gonna
he
make a
knights
comment about
you
that.
at this point too, and he goes, Lord Farrell of Soromir. So
I'd also like to point out, I know Far had that conversation with Mahua and Avalon, session 0 of the campaign. Healing and Abel had no fucking clue that was his whole deal this entire time. We never discussed that. Ever. That was on the list of. That was on my list of things to try to bring up, and then we just kept being busy. And I was like, "Oh,
You're gonna be like, now I have to learn. Now I have to remember a whole nother name.
I have to remember 2 more letters. Oh my god!
It's not just two
It's
letters.
like-
there's no fucking way Drew is gonna let you not call him Lord Farrell every time you address him. There's no way.
Lord Farrell.
Is that how we have to address
This is
Farrell, not Lord Farrell?
This is just his long con to rise the hierarchy of Swordmere. It's just a long con.
Okay, so what's the title I have to address you by now?
Lord Farrell.
Lord Farrell.
Lord Farrell of Steamtide, actually. Lord Farrell of Steamtide, if you want to keep it longer.
We're not. We don't have Steamtide yet. We gotta take that.
Yeah,
it's not ours yet.
Field.
I think we should. Well, no, we shouldn't do that this session, obviously.
No. We got time.
That'd be cool to do soon.
Yes, it would be.
So the world is your oyster now. What would you guys like to do in this time? You now have the world opened up to you again. Plot hook wise, there's Steam Tide to go out and dungeon crawl. There is still the liberation of Sorenfield with little odd jobs here and there to go either track down resources, as Lord Rasmus will let you know, like, they need resources. So there's jobs you can go out to try and recover things that were stolen from madness creatures that are out and about in the growth, that are held up in other forts and strongholds throughout the growth and throughout Sormir. There is just missions where you can go out and clear, just your typical mercenary, go murk some bad guys. That stuff exists. There's also like shitty people too that were taking advantage of this, that are just traitors to Sormir. Like, they exist. They're here too. Not everyone just madness.
This is part. We're part of this country now. Like,
yeah,
this is our duty.
I have a very important request. I think the first thing we should all do is take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would also like to point
a week.
The rest of us don't know this, but there is the Torrent Depths plot hook that
Yeah,
Gillian got.
I was gonna say we still have the mirror world bullshit I haven't tugged on yet, but it's there. I was told about it.
I wasn't bringing that shit up. Yes, if we're gonna review plot hooks right now, yes,
It's on the map.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's on the map. I put that on there a while back.
What was the other thing you were looking at?
What do you mean?
What was the prior to that mirror world stuff? What was the other thing you just referenced for a plot hook, Nick?
No, I just said it was just Torrent Depths is what I mentioned.
Yeah.
Torrent Depths?
Because Torrent, because I got the vision from the Echo that said, look at the Torrent Depths or whatever that was it.
Right there. Center of your screen. That's where the
right.
question mark is.
The question mark.
That's
Crimson
Down.
Depths?
No, other one.
Bottom
Further down.
left. Down
Keep
left.
going down.
left.
There you go.
There you go.
Also, can we delete the Crimson Deaths one, because that was just a Crimson Rose training ground, or is that still
Okay,
there?
and
It's
who
not
knows?
Crimson Rose Training Ground.
Was it not that? I thought
It's
that's what it was.
That's what you were led to believe it was.
Yeah, that was what we were told by Soren. Soren also said his memories of that place were planted, so something's up with whatever that was, and we never
also, I want to
investigated.
point out, Reed didn't say the Crimson Rose is finished. Reed said the Crimson Rose is finished?
Question mark.
Which is very different.
I don't want to fucking deal with those motherfuckers.
There's
I
no
don't-
clock
okay.
anymore.
I would
There's
like
no
to
clock.
point out, we absolutely looked Rio dead in the eye and left her in Observed World. She probably will hold that against us. If she ever gets back, she might want us dead.
Not like there's, a very happy cleric she could use the essence of to get back.
That's a bit fucked up. That's
Stop
fucked up.
bringing
She
that
wouldn't do that.
That's so
That's fucked up. That's fucked
Whose
up.
idea was that?
No one's.
All right,
Abraham said he
continuing
wants to do,
on.
Yep, moving
But
on.
I'm gonna let other players play first because I don't want to hog the spot. So.
Yeah.
As long as we don't go to fucking Ashaya, I don't care what we do.
I kind of want to go to a show at some
No,
point.
please.
I feel like we need to go at some point.
Please, your family's here.
Yeah, but I mean, we still kind of left the place really fucked up. Like,
You left the whole world fucked
It might
up.
not even be there anymore. It might be gone. We don't know.
I would be very happy if it
Wouldn't that be super fucked up if it's just like sunk? There's nothing there? That would be unfortunate, wouldn't it?
Nope.
Who knows? Anyways.
So I started blasting.
So anyways, I sunk the city. Okay, so no Mahua offered a long rest. Does anyone have anything else they want to do in the meantime? Or just long rest, see what we do after that?
Abel wants to do some research on, because Abel and his family have always been like private practitioners of like worshiping Nasui, but he's never looked into like the actual like customs that like merfolk would have or stuff like that. And with this newfound money and the fact that we have, Steam Tide now is a place we could go and make our own. Abel would be interested in building a Temple of Nasui, so he's going to, when he has the opportunity, which I understand might not be now because we're in a bunker, but he wants to research like the more established faith of Nasui. And
sure. Well, I mean, they're trying to retake the city, so that is part of what's happening right now. Which will be a lot easier, given that the endless supplies don't exist anymore now for these creatures of power. I would say that is definitely, as you pursue this, I got distracted. My girlfriend's gonna stop by, so that's when I will take our break.
Okay.
There is now on the table for your group the option of an expedition to an underwater merfolk city to try and learn more about Nasui and an aquatic world.
Hell yeah! Do we know
More
where that's
water.
at, or like?
Yeah, I'd
that's something to
say
figure out?
you would. Yeah, I'd say that is probably known one of the merfolk cities would probably be probably by Dawn Call they would have a proper in the Dread Sea. There's probably a city here. We'll just make a marker. City has a placeholder for now, but probably around here. There would be a merfolk city that you guys can eventually do an expedition for.
I'm very into that.
During this time when people are resting or anything, Far would like to ask and try to find a forked metal rod worth at least 250 gold pieces attuned to the astral plane.
I was actually gonna bring that up, going half and half between us for that investment.
Sure. They can easily procure it. At this point, the Lord Rasmus is like, whatever they want. I don't give a shit. I got my dad back. The world is no longer on fire. Even if they were responsible for it, I'm ignoring that. Things are good. So you guys can add a tuning fork attuned to the Astral Sea to one of your inventories, 250 gold pieces. You only get one.
I'll let you hold on to it. And then 125 each.
I mean, Far is more than willing to pay for it. He is at 24,000 gold.
Nope, half and half.
Okay. All right.
Half and half. I know we said Killing's families were protected by Rasmus. Does that include his brothers also got nabbed, or was it? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Just because. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was just.
No,
just
your brothers were slaughtered.
They're gone. I mean,
They're
hey,
gone.
what's another thing to the trauma pile, baby? Put it on the list.
I would say Lucius would probably, before going to sleep, make a prayer to see if the connection to Stella is there, and if it wasn't weak, just to make sure it wasn't weak like it was in the observed world.
It is not. You can feel connection to Stella.
Good.
Is the same apply to Abel and Nasui? Because that relationship got a little muddled for a second there.
She's not happy with you.
Doing something.
You made a choice.
He knows.
She's not happy at all.
He knows.
Uh-oh. Killed the bot.
That was a decision Abel made that certainly had consequences.
Yeah. Abel's trying to figure that out.
Not
It's a
happy.
long road.
But we are in peacetime. We are in normal D&D world time. There is no falling stars.
All right, who wants to cause another collapse?
What if
Oh,
you did it again?
Ballona's just gonna show up and stab you.
Ares shows up and stabs you through the back.
Ares
It's like, no.
so much nicer than Bologna. You guys
That can't be
underestimate how
true.
much she
That
will
can't be
beat the
true.
shit out of you.
Yeah,
Ares
but
is
Ares is the one who
passive-aggressive.
called us a bunch of fuck ups. So like,
Yeah, he can be disappointed.
Yeah.
He's just a disappointed dad.
that can't be true. That can't be true. Ares
This is too
obviously a
cheery.
terrible, awful murder hobo. There's no way he's just a chill dude. That can't be true. That cannot be factually correct.
Adium's probably running
I
around
was
too.
told that all rogues are murder hobos.
That's
Yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah.
The one thing Pharrell wants to, it's gonna be so weird for me
Yep,
to
good
say,
luck.
wants to do
Lord.
to just tie up loose ends, and he wants to try to contact Seraph.
Yeah, I will say, you go out to a grove, and as you try to contact her, you get a in front of you forming in wicker. You see her outline, and she is completely made of wicker as she forms in front of you, and you see her look at you with a smile and go, hello, Pharrell.
Hello. Is there anything else you needed, or is everything all good now?
You've freed me from being trapped from the other hags. You've given me so much. And there is one last gift I'd like to give you. As she cups her hands, you see on her hands themselves, they're made of bark and wood. The Druidic symbols that you were seeing and eventually were supposed to puzzle together eventually form a new Druidic rune for you. This is the start of an ability that you can pursue, if you so choose, to create a new spell. And as she goes to hand it over, her hands literally like fall off into yours, where it's just the bark wood of the symbology. And she goes, I know if you apply yourself, you'll be able to make this spell come true. And this is a spell that does not allow you to be imprisoned. It denies anybody imprisonment over your physical or your mental being, which again thematically would match Seraph.
Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me.
And I to you. You have been a light in my life, showing that there is more to a person than just what they are born into. They were very happy years I got to spend with you. So thank you.
And I hope you have some happy years coming forward.
Thank you. And with that, she just I would say it just leaves. And it's still like formed in the wicker there, but she is gone for all purposes. I can't get just ambient music, man. This is all fine to you. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Killian wants to find Abel whenever we're just not in the middle of whatever's going on. Just hang out for a bit.
Okay.
Just takes a seat.
At that time, we are going to take our break.
We'll do that later.
We are going to go take our break. All right.
Do it later, baby.
All right. All right. All right.
Really, yeah, maybe that one.
All right, we are back.
Oh, you might want to turn your.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Is there any music right now or what? What's that?
Just a little bit, yeah.
There you go. That's relaxing. Very good. All right.
All right.
So, we return to the group inside Sorenfield. Now, heralded by many as heroes. Maybe in a roundabout way. But the world no longer has the Crimson Rose threat. There is no collapse occurring. The heralds have been restored as they were slowly being captured over time. Luther Erasmus has been returned to Sorenfield, as well as all the disappearances in the world that occurred from evil hags that hope to do that at some point. You just were the vehicles for that victimization.
Yay.
And the world is once again turning. Wars have been fought in the time you guys have been lost. Reconstruction is occurring. Some places have profited, some have fallen. The world is very similar to when you last left it. But some things may not be the same, and some great leaders may be penniless paupers at this point. Who knows? And vice versa. It is for you to explore in this world. Sorenfield itself, I'll say, for the sake of brevity, over the next 3 weeks, retakes Sorenfield to the point at which it can function as a city for all of you. People start getting back to some normal life stuff. With the 20% of the city that's still intact, shops begin to restart, food, delivery services, agriculture, it all starts coming back, and some of it even quicker than normal. You can see the blessings of Cthulhu's influence itself. Overgrowth grows here at an alarming rate, and you also have other druids and spellcasters coming in to try and aid in the reconstruction of Sorenfield at the moment. Soromir is under very similar circumstances. I would say the heralds probably showed up and carted away the dead Tarask body. Yeah, so we are in the city of Sorenfield with limited options to resources, but they are available to you nonetheless to try and re-equip, rearm yourself for your future journeys. Today we will also, for the remainder of this, we'll be helping see the next direction of this campaign. There are other arcs here. We'll see what we want to pursue, but I think it's up to all of you to start figuring out what you find interesting and what you want to pursue with this group now that Avalyn has been departed to the observed world and now stays there, happy with her family, getting her happily ever after. But her town is still, by the way, even without her. Shit's still going on there. Like, there's souls being sent from there to the observed world. So something the hell is going on there in Flat Scott. So another thing to keep in mind of the many plot hooks you guys have.
And in that same vein, Abel is going to kind of call a meeting of the group to try and figure out what we want to do as our next objective before everyone goes and starts shopping. That way people can say, oh, if we're going to do this, I want to, if we go to Mirror World, we might want to stock up on things we know work in Mirror World based on our limited time there. If we go to the Merfolk City.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm just throwing out examples. I'm not saying that's not even my vote. That's not even my vote.
Gillian has not even vocalized that's a possibility. Yes. I might remind you.
This is Nick above table saying,
yeah.
This is just so we know what to buy.
You're level 13, so you're very strong, but here's my DM suggestion to you. Stop.
Don't go to Mirror World.
Don't go to Mirror World. Don't pursue the Crimson Rose. There's 2 free ones for you right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Chill out. Have some fucking fun for once.
Don't do that.
I think we should go back to Observed World and fight Rio. Personally,
no. Don't test me. Don't push it.
Reminds you,
Crimson Rose territory.
Right before we left, she cast an 8th level spell in the place where you're not supposed to be able to cast above 6th. Don't fucking push that button, Adam.
But Abel's gonna say, with the world in reconstruction, there's a lot of work to be done. There's things to explore. want to get your guys' input. In my opinion, I think we should, with that keep that's been promised to us in Steamtide, I think we should clear that out and use that as our base of operations before departing on any big adventures again. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to own a castle. I do want to do that.
Sounds fun.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So are you just like kind of stuck here now, Lucius? I mean, you could just go home.
I could, but you fuckers are too interesting to not stick around for. I would like to go home at some point and empty out my things, specifically the 30,000 I have in the bank. But
The bank, that's economy that collapsed into the collapse.
Yeah.
No longer there. You had deflation on your money. You now only have like
Guess what,
yeah. What's
I
the
didn't put my
economic
money
state
in
of
the bank.
Xenia right now? What's
In
the value
ruin.
of the gold?
Lucius is like, this is why I put my money in.
So does that mean our
Nah.
currency depreciated or what? You know.
We're not getting into that detail.
It's
now it's rebuilding. It
Yeah.
was. So during collapse time, nobody gave a fuck about money unless it was for spells. Because they were just trying to survive and live. No one cares about currency when the world doesn't work anymore. Now the world's back to working. Oh, we're going back to the same old system because that's exactly what humans and beings do. They're just like, oh, back to the normal? Cool. We're just going to forget about everything and like how things used to be. Like all the Anarchists, furious right now. Like, no, we had it! We had it, guys! Why stop?
Right.
Actual
Also-
Crimson Rose mentality.
If we're gonna have like a cape, and I imagine there might eventually be like a village or a town there, we might.
That's a bold assumption.
But Abel's gonna look at Killian. We might need a crest.
But
We might need a crest for the castle.
I
We can't just use the old one.
mean, yeah, but that's a problem for us if we get one. I'll be honest, I'm not really feeling like I'm itching to just go cause more problems. After the past.
Well, I'm talking about the castle.
No, I know, but it's like. I know it's been a few months for us, but it's been like 3 years for everyone else. Everything we tried to do to help caused more problems for the most part. I'm kind of afraid to try anything else at this point.
Let's
Like,
move
I don't know if I
forward.
just want to jump back into trying.
Let's move forward one step at a time. There's a castle that is just overran by madness creatures.
Hail the darkness.
Oh!
Oh no!
It
Holy
was
shit,
coming.
Abel is just tightens his grip on everything he's currently holding.
Gives a big old goat-like hug to Killian by falling on you.
Oh, God.
Hail the
What?
darkness. With his bug
Hey,
eyes.
bud. Yeah, sorry we couldn't get you out sooner. There was a whole thing with hags.
Hail the darkness.
Yeah. I do have some stuff, though, while you're here. I would have given it to you when we all got out, but everyone was a bit busy.
You feel like it knew, and that's why it's here, and it wants it.
Okay. Yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 different paintings to give to this thing, at least. And also, I've got a set of armor you can just have.
Okay.
It's his now. I don't really need it.
Okay.
And and then also he pulls out the card from Bobbin. Bobbin had this card for you, like it was like 3 years ago at this point, but he wanted you to have it.
you see, he just swats that shit out of your hand as it hits the
Oh.
ground.
Okay.
And then he takes
I
it.
mean, I was, okay. I mean, I was just trying to help, but yeah. So
Animosity between Bobbin and Yin.
okay. I mean, he seemed like you guys were business partners, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to read him. He's weird. So yeah, I mean, I've got that. I don't really have much else right now. I've lost the helmet of Zion Scorn. I never got that back from Ralia. Yes, it's just gone. Can't give him that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I was gonna wear it anyway, so it's whatever. It's gone from my inventory. Okay, we'll delete that.
All right. Roll a D100.
All right. Let's see what I get. Where's my D1 hundo? $17.
Hmm.
You see Yin just go, "Bleh," and an amulet comes out of its mouth. And then he just sort of drapes it over you with all the sticky and just...
Great. Pleasure doing business with you.
You may add a...
Callista's Storm Giant strength.
No.
Ooh.
There's an amulet of health. That's it. Amulet of health.
Yo!
Nice
Oh,
item.
that's good to have.
And there's another thing I just gotta double check before I give it to you. Alphabetical? Seam. Okay. I'll look in D&D Beyond. I have to see if I can give it to you before I regret it.
All right.
For everything you've given him, he gives you stuff back. You also get 2 potions of greater healing.
Yo, let's go.
You gave, what, 4 things in armor to him?
Yeah.
So you have 3 things so far. Let's go to inventory, manage inventory.
I can get rid of that.
Liking this already. Oh, I hate that. All right, you get it.
Oh man.
So then all of a sudden you see Yin just sort of like shake its head a little bit, and out of its fur you see his sword just go tink 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 onto the ground. You may add a sword of answering to your inventory.
What?
Damn, fuck my sword, I guess.
What the fuck does this thing do?
And you guys, your contract has ended. Yin is happy that you gave him stuff, and Yin will be around. Hail the darkness. Take care. As he then takes all your drawings and resummons the painting of Fondar, where your drawing is still in the center of it, and he just starts tacking all the other ones around on it, and then he puts it back, and then he just happily starts wandering off in Sormir. As you see people being like, "Ah! Oh fuck!" As they're going to the sides, this giant evil fiend-looking goat monster is walking through Sormir. So there you are.
We really weren't lying about the goddess summoning being under contract.
Yeah. We've run into him a couple times before.
I really want to check my pockets, but Lucius would have no idea that this thing steals literally fucking everything.
Yep.
Well, as far as passive, you should be able to notice at least something.
He didn't do anything this time. He wasn't.
Oh, that's gone up too.
What is it now?
30.
There is a hard cap
Oh
at
my
30.
God. Your passive is 30? What the fuck?
There is a
My
player
passive
hard
is
cap
11.
at 30 for any stat, by the by. And armor's at 28.
That's so fucked.
Armor class is 28. Is the hard cap now?
Yeah,
You said okay.
28. It's always been.
No, I thought you
Okay.
said it was 30. Was the
It was
AC
30.
cap?
When did I say that shit?
Oh,
That's
I mean,
that's
it's
the
been a while.
assumption we've always been going off of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
28. 28 is the
Okay.
hard cap.
Reed's just like, what the fuck did past Reed say?
He can eat
We were
shit.
literally like, I've been operating under the knowledge that it was 30 this entire time. I mean, it's
Whatever.
still.
I don't care.
I-
Hey,
You're-
I'm a cruel god. What do you want from me? Now it's not. Rules changed. Go find
That's
a
we're
group.
not even.
Find a
I
new
don't
group if
even
you
at
don't like
20,
me.
you're
I don't know,
fine.
dude.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I was dealing with high AC last night and it was pissing me off too. So I get it.
Fine. You just do saving throws on whatever the fuck their worst stat is. And you just do that over and over again to death.
Let's go.
Okay.
So
body hurt.
I know we've talked about the going and doing Steamtide. Can you just reiterate what we know about it? Is it taken over by monsters, or is it like actively in the middle of like fighting?
It is
is this
completely taken over. So
Yeah,
this is
take it over.
you will approach it, you will enter through the castle, and you will do your best to clear it out. And then once all of whoever has taken control of it, I would give you the plot hook, but I want to write it all up really nice for you guys.
It was more. I didn't know if there was again that ticking clock of like.
There's no ticking clock. This is as long as you fucking want. There's some leader that's there, and they will just they're hunkered down. They took Steamtide, and there's a BBEG that's has a whole horde of madness people that are in control of Steamtide right now. You guys will have a dungeon crawl through the castle to free it in order to take it if you so choose. That is the ability, the option of what's to happen.
It's probably about a 2 days walk, right?
Yes,
if I remember correctly. Okay.
Yep. About 2 days walk, and you guys will have the freedom to attack this any way you want or not. Maybe you could negotiate your way out. Who knows? There's always 3 pillars. There is stealthing it, fighting your way through it, and negotiating your way through it. Those are always 3 bases to any encounter you guys can attempt to. Sometimes, you're not going to bargain with a creator god. Well, you might actually, but it's a little hard. It's much harder.
Yeah, it's a bit harder.
Because, you got to, like, what collateral do you have? Like, what leverage? Fun thing in Commander the past week, when there's a lot of politics that happens in Magic the Gathering Commander, and somebody was offering me deals like, let me swing through so I can get this. I'm like, what benefit do I get? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, great deal. Great job. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm going to take that. Just, it's a benefit for you. And he's like, you saw right through me. Excellent. Yes, very good. Yes. I'm just like, God damn. So yeah, those kind of deals won't work out so well.
So are we agreed on clearing out Steamtide as our first action here before we go out and adventure?
I think that's the closest.
Getting a base of operations should be nice.
It's a good start.
It would be sick to own a castle. That would be pretty raw.
Yeah, I agree.
Lord Faro requires.
Now, how does that? I wonder how does that work with the cards? Because it said there was one in Sorenmere, but like, did it just pick a random castle and this is just how it works, or did it make a castle, or I don't. Those cards are weird, man.
Honestly, I'm gonna be completely. I'm gonna level with you, Killian. I don't want to think about how those cards work because they worry me. And
yeah, it's even more worrying that that thing was pulling like 10 of them.
Sometimes
and it was doing nothing. Also, that thing's still there. Is no one else concerned by that thing still being there? That's a problem for later, but just like in general.
Yeah, let's not.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't know if that, okay,
it's there.
Fine.
We could do anything about it if it is.
That is above our pay grade. We freed the heralds who can respond to that.
I'm gonna have to have a sign that says "Don't talk about Crimson Rose shit" for a while. I'm just gonna keep tapping the sign.
Don't make me tap the sign.
People's response is just gonna be like, "Well, we freed the heralds. That's their responsibility now."
That sounds like a them problem, not a me problem, baby.
Don't talk about it.
All right. Well then.
Honestly, it is cool. It exists outside the Crimson Rose, so I will give you that. But
yeah, how dare you put something interesting in front of us and then you go out of your way to say it's not gone and it's still around? How dare you then make us be like, well, how come you're curious about it?
Okay, you can be curious about it. I'll give you that. Yeah, stay away from Crimson Rose shit. I'll give you that.
All right.
It is really cool.
Is there any other business that you guys all want to discuss in front of the group?
So we also want to go to the Astral Sea at some point. Mahua, is that the goal? You want to go back there?
Yeah, when we've got a moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against going back. That's a pretty cool place too.
Does Mahua want to go there? Or is it more obligation?
I want to go there.
He wants to go. It's
because it's the path I have to take in life.
Yeah, there's this whole like religious thing he's got with it. We had to talk him into going with a guy and.
It's not. I mean, I guess you could call it religious, but it's not. It's. Yeah.
It's what he. It's how he orients.
I'm not religious. I'm spiritual at best. As
He-
Momoa
Momoa is
proceeds to follow his
absolutely
religion.
Yeah, Lucius, have you ever been to the Astral Sea?
No, I don't think I would have.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
think
just
so.
it's crazy. You like float around, you can fly. It's pretty cool. And there's also a goblin there that sold us shit. It sold me Tyrion's cup, which when I then lost, and now I feel even worse about. Honestly,
We've seen Boblin outside of the Astral Sea. Like,
oh, that's right.
It was
He's
bobbing.
did
I
what
was
he's doing.
bobbing.
Lucius
there. I'm not
immediately
going.
gets ejected away from him.
That's right. So you better hope we don't run into him. You better hope because he's.
I know, but I have a hero action to trade now. I can get cool shit. Well,
While we're kind of talking about this, Farrell pull out the tuning fork. Goes like, we can go right now.
no. Bob is there. I don't want to go.
I don't think
I
Boblin
mean-
will be there this time.
will it
Um,
bring
You
us?
can never be sure.
My only concern about that is, if we're gonna try to do this castle thing, will your transportation will it bring us back like right here, or will it bring us back wherever?
Only one way to find out. Duke.
Well, but also if we can like walk through trees or whatever, you could just walk through a tree back into here.
You can
what if-
specify a target destination.
What if we spawn in the
So,
desert?
like, I could say, okay, let's go. I probably could even say Steam Tide. Like, we could, do that, I think.
Spawn us in the BVG room.
No, it's like a general area. Like, it's not like this. It's like this. The example they use is like the city of Brass. So it's like just somewhere.
I see.
Reed could still spawn us in the BBG room with that though. He could still just go.
It's his choice.
It's his
Not
choice.
ours.
Yeah.
So
With that logic, we could get to the City of Arrows.
if you use it as
No.
like an attack spell, they have to make a charisma saving throw. If they fail, then it's a random location in the plane that you specify.
That's nice.
But I am realizing now I have one spell, so we get to go there, but we don't get to come back.
Yeah, we'd have to spend a full
Oh,
rest
no.
day.
Full day there.
That one would be quite an excursion, let me tell you. Yeah, I think I'm good with whatever. I'm good with whatever. I think the castle's a good starting point.
Let's maybe arm ourselves and start making our way
Yeah.
over to the.
Yeah. Let's do the
Be
castle
right
and then
there.
the Astral Sea.
And now, is there, as like we're trying to like stock and armor ourselves, you said that like things were hard to get here.
Yeah.
So is that game turns rolling as we're trying to find stuff, or like
Yeah, and it's
are
going to be
there gonna
unlimited
some
resources.
areas?
So if you're trying to find something super specific, like general like armor and swords and stuff, yeah, they were giving them out. They're not going to be well made. It was just like it was draft time basically here. Whoever one soldier gets the gun, one soldier loads the bullets. Like we are doing anything we can to survive here. But it's been 3 weeks. Things are starting to get better. The shops are starting to get resupplied. Trade is starting to pick back up in the world again. So things are moving, but it's still early on. It's like come into World War II France and be like, hey, do you guys got any of that chocolate and cheese you're so known for? They're going to be like, get the fuck out of here.
There was this really good dessert place I heard about when we were here, like for Erasmus.
It used to be
back,
right
30
here. And it's a point of giant rubble. It's like, where'd they go?
Yeah,
They got a
what
new
happened to 'em?
establishment? Just like,
They got a better location, guys. They moved locations.
and a new manager?
Better real estate. Yeah, more prime real estate. Okay, they located.
But it's the countryside. We got such a nice countryside. It's littered with mines. So what are you guys looking for? Let me know, and I can let you know how much it costs and if you can have it.
Definitely some armor. What is another question?
He only just wants daggers.
You can have daggers. Daggers are like 5 gold pieces.
50,000 so you'll never run out.
You have a limit of 15. You can buy 15 daggers.
Random bullshit. Go. Yeah, I'm just gonna get 2 daggers. That's all I need.
Okay,
So
10 gold pieces.
10 gold.
Random question.
Uh-huh.
Does the communications device we got from Salem still have any function now that we're in normal Xenia?
Black box?
Absolutely. Yep.
Is it like still something that like he can see through and sock us?
not see through.
I thought that's how it worked, where it's just like
it records, you have to give it back.
It's more like a dash cam, where if we give
Yeah.
it to them, they can look at what we've seen, but like he can't like remotely see through it.
I think we should just tape it like a GoPro to Killian's head. It'd be really funny.
Surely we won't
You don't
see
need
anything.
to do it again that way, dash cam. It's kind of like a scribe.
Oh, yeah.
It has like
Yeah.
a 30-foot radius on it, and it's called a black box for a reason. Just like when planes crash, it's recovered and people can figure out what the hell happened.
Oh.
That's why they
Surely
give
we
it to-
won't run into anything that will like be super concerning and terrifying and need to be reviewed by powerful people. Surely, so it's fine. It's whatever. We're not gonna run into like eons old collapsed harbinger man who then turns into a statue. That's not ever happening. We're done.
Don't push it.
Abel,
It's so fucking cool, man.
Abel's not necessarily. Abel wants two things.
Can have
One, my
neither of
guardian
them.
emblem right now is the emblem of House Rasmus.
Yeah.
But he wants to just get that like cosmetically changed to be the like a Bident of Nassau.
Sure. That'll be artistry-wise, 15 gold pieces.
Okay, and then the second thing.
By the way, as the
and-
symbol goes on there, you still feel this like towering disappointment from your Dami Mommy.
That's not the relationship he wants, but okay.
Don't call it that again, please. God. That's awful.
There's
second thing-
too much Elish Norn, and who was the other one? Lady D. Everyone online on all the Reddits only refer to them as Dami Mommy. I'm just like,
That's awful.
instead of
Abel
boss
will-
bitch.
Elish Norn is like the terrible
Evil.
machine thing from Magic the
Awful.
Gathering, right?
Yes.
Why?
They're awful. In one of the latest trailers, they're like, God, I hope she steps on me. And I'm just like, I hate these people. I hate the
I like
internet.
that.
The thing has awful teeth. I'll send the trailer.
All that matters is that they beheaded her. It's fine. The
The
lore's
other
good.
thing Abel
from a
is looking
pacifist.
for is very general. He wants to just keep an eye out because, like, while there's not a lot of specialty merchants, I imagine there might be a lot of people who are like, I don't know, I'll sell you this random thing I found.
Okay.
He's looking for something that would be interesting to trade to Bobbin. Because I always run into this problem when we meet Bobbin of like, everything I have is stuff I'm like actively using.
Make
so
an
I don't wanna get rid of
investigation
it.
check. Make an
I
investigation
don't think you
check.
need your left arm. I think your left arm can fetch a lot.
I think you could sacrifice 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, really good. 27.
Holy hell.
19 plus 8.
Yep. All right. You,
10
get-
D&D.
you find one of the Manus Terras tooths that was
yeah.
wedged into one of the areas of the world. It would be pretty big, but let's pretend it shrunk in size for brevity reasons. And you have on your person maybe one of the smaller ones that chipped off. How about that? A Manus Terras tooth.
Does that have like a specific specified weight? Because I know you want us to care about encumbrance.
50 pounds.
50 pounds? Alright.
Jesus.
That's
It's a fucking
super
Terras tooth.
tiny. It's
Yeah.
a super
How
tiny
much
tooth.
do you think Godzilla's teeth weigh?
I don't know if I'd classify Jurassic as Godzilla size.
Godzilla's
It depends
like
on which
300 feet
Godzilla.
tall.
Similar,
It depends on which
similar
Godzilla.
It's pretty similar.
It's basically
Terras-
it's fantasy
It depends.
Godzilla.
The
It
Tarrasque,
depends on the Godzilla. There's multiple Godzillas of different sizes, so it
the
depends on which one.
Tarrasque is equivalent to a
Okay.
small mountain.
Okay.
How
that
large,
makes
like
sense. That
feet
makes
wise,
sense.
is a Tarrasque?
It depends on which edition too, because
Here, I can Google that. I can Google that while everyone else actually still plays the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then Abel will spend the rest of the day trying to like help out with the reconstruction efforts, whether that is like passing out food or helping physically rebuild Sorenfield,
yeah.
and spending his off time praying to Nassau.
Yeah, because like 5e Tarrasque is like
A bitch.
is according to
feet
this wiki.
tall,
I
70
pulled up 50 feet
feet
tall. Yeah, the most recent Godzilla was like 400 feet tall.
Well, the
So-
most recent ones are the largest by far. to be
Yeah, but I
fair.
mean, still that's the most recent in
Oh my
mind.
god,
It's
that's so
100
small,
meters.
Drew. Like that tooth weighs like. That looks sick though.
Nice. Nice.
like, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but
No,
it was
but-
supposed to be the size of a mountain originally. But
did that
they
cost
kept making it
people
a
any
little
money?
shitty over and over and over again.
Also, did that cost Abel any money, or is that just like
For
something
what?
he found for the?
Oh
tooth?
no, you just found it, dude.
Okay.
You weren't gonna be able to find it in this place. You were searching around, so that's a freebie.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll
Got a nice
just
high roll.
help-
Here's
Help him
a
pray.
reference image I like.
Yep.
That is fair. That is fair.
That thing is big.
I'll give you that one. It's a big man.
I want to look for like healing potions, wands, any kind of like any type of portable healing that doesn't require spell slots.
I'll say
I would be doing the same.
At 50 gold pieces, standard health potions, you can find I'd say 5 of those, and then 2 greater healing potions at 350 gold pieces apiece.
Done.
There you are. Wand wise, I'm gonna say Sorenfield does not have wands available. Blast Star would definitely have those, and some of the more magically inclined places in Sorenfield or Soremere would, which would probably be Westwatch would have wands, Tulagate, and probably Soremere itself. Yeah.
We would know that because, like, we can tell.
Because you're asking around, people are going to be like, "Oh no, we don't carry that," but these places definitely have it. If they're still intact, I don't know. I'm a villager.
If they're still alive,
I don't know. Just an average citizen. We
They're
send
still
letters.
inhabitable.
Yeah. We don't have sending anymore either, so it's whatever.
I took 2 of the greater healing potions, but I'm wondering if they have any artifice or.
You took both greater healing potions?
Were there only 2? Or I just assumed. Okay.
Yes, you
my
said
bad.
only 2.
My bad.
I was
Can
really
have
surprised
one?
by that comment. I'm just like, what? Everyone's
My
just
bad.
cool.
I'm
Just
out of it.
Just steals
I'm
the
not
2
even
best.
gonna-
I'll take the 2 best. You fight over the normal potions, you knaves.
I'll pay. How about this, Lord
Farrell's
Farrell?
gonna pull
I'll pay-
rank on you if you don't be careful.
Lord Farrell, how
Yeah,
dare you?
Lord Farrell is gonna pull rank on your ass.
I will pay for them both if I can have one. Is that a deal?
I'm gonna be honest, Farrell doesn't care. He's more buying these for the group and is gonna distribute them anyway, so.
Okay. I will buy them both and give you one. If that's alright.
He's got to make things more complicated, Adam.
I'm sorry.
He's just gonna give them. He's just gonna give them. Why would give more money?
I just like
Yeah,
totally
and then-
spaced out on the number part of the potion.
Nobody has to take away the money, but everybody just gets 1 normal healing potion. Just so you have it on your person.
Got it. Healing potion. Healing potion. Yeah.
And we still have all the healing beads, which is good.
We do have our healing beads.
And our fireball.
And I've got a healing kit from Ashaya back in like months ago. I still got that, baby. All 10 charges.
And
haven't used any of them.
You said Last Star might have wands available?
If they're not leveled. They have a near infinite supply of wands because they're magic people.
That star's cool.
That star's great.
I would like to go there.
Yeah, where your
Not
money
allowed.
is.
No, but do they have any artifice shit I could build shit? Because Lucius's whole thing is he builds his own shit.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
himself.
there's tools and stuff here, but I don't think there'd be much artifice going on in Soren.
Yeah.
What are we at?
Sorenfield.
Sorenfield is very much cavalry and the Lord Erasmus domain of honor and all that crap. Artifice and ingenuity would probably be a different place inside Soremere. Actually, Steam Tide was one of the artifice headquarters of the Sorenfield, so you'll find plenty of artifice shit inside Steam Tide. It's super cool. And then Soremere has everything because that's how capital cities work.
Oh, the ruins of Starcrest. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is. So Ruins of Starcrest would have
old shit,
interesting stuff to recover. This is from a Starcrest fell during the invasion of the Madness Horde during 355 years ago. Soremere was in defense of the Madness creatures that landed on the coast here and began trying to work their way through. They got to the Dark Delve and the Ruins of Starcrest. Soren Watch was the one that stopped them all from getting all the way through.
Yeah,
while
another plot thread we could do.
Yep.
While Killian and Abel are out shopping for random assortments of bullshit.
You could also go into the Dark Delve and find out what's happening there. It's not the Delve, but it's the Dark Delve. You could also go to the Delve. You could always go to the Delve and end the campaign early. I mean, have fun with the campaign. You could have
the meat grinder.
You could go to the Delve.
You guys caused like an international incident. Go to the Delve. This is your punishment. You're put in the Delve. So, I know it's been like, I don't even know, like a month for us, but yeah, how are we feeling about it? About everything?
Been like a week for me.
I'm talking to Abel here, Adam.
Oh, you did not specify.
I literally did. I said while
I
Killian
did
and
not
Abel
hear
are
it.
out shopping.
That was
said
a
it.
while ago.
I said no.
Yeah.
I said this 10 seconds ago before
you
you
didn't.
before you
No, you
asked
didn't.
about Star
You definitely
Cruise.
did not. You definitely did not.
God, man.
Can we
Okay,
play?
I'm gone. It's fine.
A lot happened. The world seems to be on the mend though, which is nice.
Yeah,
I
after it got royally
Made
fucked up.
my fair share of mistakes, which I'm paying for now.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know how you
assuming.
feeling about it.
I don't know. So I'm assuming Nasui's not very happy with you on your whole excursion there.
She really shouldn't be happy with me. So
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't be either if I was in her shoes, but I don't know. It's also hard to put yourself in the shoes of a god because they're like I don't know. The god bit is weird because you have like yin and yang that just kind of show up, and they're like physical things.
Yeah,
But like,
different. They're just like
yeah,
from what it seems like, they just seem to be like intense personifications of either beliefs or ideas.
I don't know. But what would you call that thing of Malora we saw? Also, what the fuck was that?
I would call them unnecessary.
Ah, God, Mahua's here. He's just here.
He does that.
Oh shit.
Hi, Mahua.
I heard you're talking about gods. Have you
Yeah.
heard of my Lord and Savior
know.
atheism?
I don't know how to tell you this. I'm literally a paladin of a sea god. I'm never gonna just be like, yeah, you know what, fuck the gods, actually.
So I feel like we're all also glossing over the fact that we have seen like an aspect of a creator god in the flesh. I don't think
Yeah.
almost anyone gets to see that. That's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
Like
gonna be my
lore-wise,
nightmare.
that has permanent effects on all of you guys. What?
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
that's
yet.
gonna be my nightmares forever.
yeah, that's never gonna be.
I mean, I'm only more reinforced in my belief
Yeah,
that gods are awful in the end and that we should not be under their thumb.
I feel kind of bad because I had Tyrion's cup and then I lost it, and then I was gonna give it back to him when we saw him, and then now that he's kind of
It was.
gone forever, I feel less bad, but still kind of bad.
I'm trying to see the silver lining of all this right now because obviously it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
But
A lot of weight.
I have
don't
to
think.
interject at the imagery of Killian going up to Tyrion in the middle of using Skybreaker and being like, hey, hugging on his robe and being like, it's yours.
I was gonna, if I still had it, it would have been back in like the room everyone got busted out in. And it's like, hey, random jackass, here's a cup you lost like hundreds of years ago. Okay, fine. And then he goes and
He'd probably be like, why did you go into my lab?
No, actually, he's dead. So here, the interaction would have been like, what? I don't recognize this at all. That was just a cup he sipped one time, and then it got magical properties. Like, that wasn't anything he valued.
Oh,
He
that's
wouldn't
even
recognize
funnier.
it at all. He would have just been like, okay,
That's
weirdo.
even funnier.
Yeah.
Okay. What being Bobbin does to a man. Just
Yep.
tells you random shit. Like, here's a cup. A Herald
Hey,
touched
this was
once.
touched by a
It's like,
herald.
whoa.
Yep. And it made it
Holy
magical. It did make it magical, but
Damn.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
We witnessed history. I mean, that is
Yeah,
the
that's
silver lining. Because I'm
Yeah.
trying to look on the right side here. I'm trying not to get bogged
at the
down.
very least,
by
I could
all
make
the-
some killer paintings.
Yeah, I still
Um,
think you should draw a
look-
crest for the castle.
I still also have to do that painting of M. I do owe her that. I don't know if that's ever going to come back around. I don't know if we'll ever see her again, but I
above
do
table-
owe her that.
Above table, read. Did
Hmm.
we see M during the Crimson Rose destruction
Event.
Event, yeah.
No, you never saw her, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Still out
First
there,
is.
isn't she?
I would think. I
If
mean,
you
I
speak my name
wonder-
enough times, I'll come into existence.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna just refer to her as her instead of saying you saying her name.
I'm just like looking behind like this
Yeah.
to me because I was
I
behind them.
will
I'm just
also.
like, are they not getting this?
I will also strike that letter from my vocabulary.
No,
We
no,
will
it's
never
fine.
use-
No.
Oh.
I did want M to be there, but now she was going to come at some point. But now she is. She's there. So Emma's with you
Oh, she's
guys.
here. She's
Yeah.
actually here. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
she is.
The fuck?
Oh,
She's
Oh, shit.
fucking Beetlejuice. God
Yeah,
damn.
you said it enough times. That's very
Holy
important
shit.
for her.
hi. Well, hi.
Oh,
How-
hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice
How,
job.
how you?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
really-
it was.
Are you?
Did
Are
a
you not
number.
mad about that?
About what?
I didn't know if you were with or against the Crimson Rose because you're pals with Rio, but you helped us, so I wasn't sure where you stood and all that. Is all.
I don't really understand what you mean there. I just exist. So
I mean, couldn't that be said for all of us
exactly.
to an extent?
Yes, and you did a great job at just causing chaos, making your own free choices. It was wonderful. You did great. It was a good call to bring you back.
I'm
do
happy we
appreciate
lived up
that.
to it.
I wanted to come by to see what next nonsense you were all up to.
Oh, we're gonna go clear castle out.
Yeah, we're gonna claim a castle because we think that's kind of cool. I'll get that painting eventually. I don't know. I'll work on it as soon as I can. I've already
Yeah, I
got
do
the
want that.
idea.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take some time.
Do you have like a house? You just like put it up on a mantle, or what do you do with it?
I don't mean, it's hers.
I haven't
Do
thought
whatever.
about where Valkyries live.
You do that.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
that.
the
for you.
Valkyries is here. Said hi. They said
Have you gone to see your sisters? Because they did not have a very appreciative opinion of you.
Not a big fan of that.
Yeah. They were kind of concerned that you were out and about, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're your own
Good.
person.
Good, they
They're
should
on-
be.
They can do what they want. Oh, okay.
What are you up to after this? You're checking in on us. We might as well check in on you.
That's very nice of you. I don't know. Wherever the wind blows me today.
You're a very interesting person, Em.
But yeah, you all felt her presence prior to. Like, you all felt all your stats immediately, like, raise. And all of a sudden, you were just like, why do I feel so good?
Yeah. Why
And then
I
you
don't feel
turned
like I can take on anyone in the room. Oh.
around.
Oh. Hi.
It's interesting because it's like the more Abel interacts with M, like the dichotomies are very interesting because like whenever we tell somebody that we've like interacted with M, they're like, "You did who? Who? That one? The bad one?" But every time Abel interacts with M, it's just like she seems like a person.
How
Was
dare
she-
she just be a person?
No,
Holy
like
shit.
Abel is fascinated because like
Are you trying to
he feels
justify your
bad for
Malora
her.
decision?
No, he feels kind of bad for her because seems like she's just a misunderstood person.
Did anything ever happen with Beltron and his weird shit? Anything happen with that ever or no?
Who?
The guy with the metal arm who had you all trapped in Mirror World, you and Rio and Telios. Anything ever happened with him?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, I just didn't know if you guys like.
He's not that interesting.
with
I
him.
get it.
I don't know. He's something.
That's just Abel speaking, and Nick is very
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
Above table. Nick is very
Yeah.
interested in Beltron.
Yeah. Rio will take an extended vacation in Observe World. I don't know if she'll ever be back, but I'm sure she will.
I can bring
maybe.
her back whenever.
Oh, great.
I'll probably
That's
visit
cool.
her
I would-
later. Now that I know she's there, that's good. So I can go see
You
her.
know-
I was.
You
missing
know
her.
what? I'm not gonna tell you what to do with that information because, frankly, I couldn't make you do anything. So, do what you decide
I mean,
to do.
be friends with who you want. It's your call, man. She still hates us, so you know it's another. It's the same thing. We haven't gained anywhere in that regard.
She has a dark heart.
That's a way to put it lightly. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Her friends. We killed the guy she didn't seem to like, at the very least. So maybe she'll be happy with that. So, who knows? But
Anyways, it was not seeing you, Em. I gotta go get back to saying my 15 Hail Nassues so that I can be forgiven eventually.
Okay.
Rose got a rosary of Nassau.
Bro. Reed is now channeling my my Catholic guilt for this character.
Yeah. Yep.
Here, but
I'd say M probably takes some items off of all of you and just throws them to the ground, and Yin tries to eat them.
What?
Lord Varel and I are not there.
Abel's like, not the tooth, and like tackles it to try it. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's minor items, but she definitely was there to fuck with you guys. So
oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's on brand for her.
just get rid of
That
some
is
minor stuff, nothing that I just gave you.
Okay, I'm getting.
And she's like, "Have a wonderful free day."
Is she
M
still,
is-
like split between the purple and green, or is she all
Yeah.
green now?
She's purple and green, so
Alright.
I don't think the world will ever fully get over madness. Like,
Well, I mean-
not in a negative way, just like that's a part of the history now.
Yeah,
There's no erasing it.
but also then there's like Caspian, who's just like full green now.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if it affected her at all.
good idea. But no, as she walks away, she turns invisible in front of your very eyes and disappears as she just casually walks away toward the city of Stormfield.
I kind of feel bad for her.
She's terrifying.
But she's just like, she's just a person. I don't know.
I mean,
feel like,
yeah, we all
I feel
are.
like-
That's how it
you know,
works.
but when we found her, Rio and Tullius were fighting over her. The Valkyries of Zahir wanted her dead. I don't know. She's just a person.
I don't know if they wanted her dead. They just did not like that she was out.
Yeah. I don't know, but she deserves to live a life. Just
I
like the rest
mean-
of us.
Yeah. So. No, you got anything else you need to get, Mahua? I don't know if I needed anything else to get.
I was just following you guys mostly. I was gonna see if maybe there was any remnant items that I could take a look at, see if there was anything interesting, but I didn't. I figured there probably wouldn't be a whole lot after the times they've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's any salesman that's peddling magic items, I might take a cursory glance to see if it's anything interesting, but
Sure.
probably
Killing will tag along. Well,
probably
on
not a
roundabout.
big stock at the moment.
Yeah.
Abel will go back to what he was doing beforehand.
Of the magic items that are available here, there is a +1 hand axe. There is a +3 flail. There is a chain shirt armor of resistance acid. There is coral gemstone, great sword, hide armor of resistance lightning, padded armor of resistance cold, a poison basic vial, a bunch of scrolls that you're not going to use, and smithing tools and a spear.
Just a normal spear.
Yeah. No. I was curious, see if anything
Yep.
was available.
That's all they have in stock right now, but they are in dire straits.
Yeah, I figure.
Maybe because we've interacted with Bob enough that we're too used to batshit things in magic stock. That guy has weird stuff.
He's got these.
It's kind of hard to go down from that after.
During this time, Far is going to use polymorph and fly over to Steamtide and just try to get an initial look of what we're looking at, so that we can be prepared to,
Sure.
So.
Yeah, you can do a scouting recon mission.
Yeah.
Your passive perception. I'm never gonna basically ask you for rolls anymore.
You sure I can roll? I get a +15 on perception with advantage.
And you'll roll one someday. And you will. Twice.
Ain't gonna.
Two ones.
Yeah, so in those days, it takes you about a day to fly over. Probably you're faster flying than. Might not even be a day, to be honest with you. 2 days walking, flying was probably faster. Probably
Yeah, I chose the rock, and I did it for the same thing I did with flying from to here in the observed world.
Yeah.
I would say I could be there and back in a day.
Yeah.
So
I'd say observing as you fly over. You can see there is like excavation going on. There's camps set up on the outside. There is a mix of madness creatures between lizard folk, orcs, and a couple of giants you see moving around, stone giants, pushing things from one place to another, and a hill giant in there. There is guards on the rampart towers that are observing anybody coming in or out. There seems to be some sort of mining going on behind. I'd say with Steamtide, what you do get to notice is there is tons of like steam vents and thermal vents happening right there. It is hydro-powered and water-powered, and I'll get a reference for it for you guys, what it looks like.
And the camps kind of, just while you look up the reference, focus in, like, is there like an area where all the camps are? Are they kind of like a big ring around? He wants to kind of see...
More scattered, less organization
Okay.
of those. Those are the people that aren't allowed in. So... Steamtide looks a lot like that. The color
Oh, that
scheme
looks
is
cool as fuck.
a bit different.
That's a
Hey, yo.
Does it look like things that Lucius made, like Artificer kind of?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very Artificer.
Ooh, it is very cool.
Very much some of like the industry and stuff back behind it. Castle-like in structure though, like it does have layers of normalcy. These are just like the appendages and such that help basically fuel everything. There's a type of power here that is being used and harnessed through all the steam. Here's another good idea of it. Just all the steam power that's going on there. Yes, it's based off the Magic Card steam vents. Good for you. You're so clever. Wow. Wow. Such good. Is there any other references to it?
Reed,
Not
nobody-
like
I-
this, though. This is...
We
this
don't
is
play
not-
Magic the Gathering. We're not gonna call you out for that like the other group.
I'll call myself out.
Okay.
Okay.
You're free to do
And
that.
the castle looks intact and everything. It's not broken apart like the one in
Bits and
Stonefield
pieces.
is.
So there is repair going on.
Okay.
Obviously, there was... You can see remnants of a battle that occurred, and they took people out. With your passive 30... I'm going to say you pick up on there might be prisoners still here. It looks like there is potential that some people were in prison. There was executions. There were people that died. And they've been cleaning that up as well during this siege. But there is reason to believe that there may be some prisoners inside the dungeons of Steam Tide.
Unk.
Yep.
And then the last thing he just wants to keep aware of is where the least concentration of people kind of moving around are to, where can we initially set up to make sure that if we need to ever fall back, there's a fortified, I'm assuming there's forests and stuff kind of
So
on the outskirts. So
the best way would either be retreating into the edge here of the forest and back into where you came, or diving deeper towards this side where the lake is and the mountains. Over here is where a lot of the excavation of minerals, materials, and ore is happening, but around the other side is still pretty untouched. So there would be another place to hide out and still be able to observe Steamtide, where retreating into the forest is very much front-facing, so they would be far more prepared for any frontal assault from the forest as they were prior prepared. It just happens that a numbers game sometimes is overwhelming.
I think he got what he was looking for over here, and then we'll head back. So
Got it?
and relay all of the information the next time he sees everybody, so that people can prepare. If we need to purchase anything, while we're still here, that anybody can think of. Now that I wasn't sure if it was like intelligent creatures or like we saw like
They are intelligent.
th-
There's clearly an
that's-
organization, yes.
So that, I mean, that's helpful because I was going in thinking that it was just creatures, a lot of, so knowing like there's intelligence and some kind of order and stuff, might change. So.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Because if not, we will probably have a shorter session this week so I can prepare Steam Tide and Astral Sea and any other things here and there. But we're not going to jump in with only about 40 minutes to go. So is there anything else you guys want to tie up, even though there's going to be a little shorter session this week? You can also pay half. I don't really give a shit. $5 for this session. If you're going to get bent out of shape about it or not pay for it, it's still fine. But this is just one of those, we're in between. We got a nice hard reset on the world. Is there any other plot hooks or stuff you guys want to discuss? Is there any other ideas out there or things that you are looking forward to in this campaign that you would like to explore in upcoming sessions? Communicate with me now so I can properly prepare for all of you. We're going to go above table, but this is part of basically what's upcoming. We are now planning out the next, this is going to be the next 6 months of this campaign is going to be these upcoming experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you guys are looking to do?
I'll eventually get to the Mirror World bullshit, but I kind of find just dicking around doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I like
Mirror World's not too bad. Mirror World's not too bad, but I'd rather you didn't jump right into that. Just everybody's breathing self.
I'm fine taking time to just go clear out a castle and chill and do stuff like that. Go to the Astral Sea.
I think Abel will just bring up the ruins of Starcrest as another place we could explore.
Mm-hmm.
Abel's excited.
That's a cool place.
Very, very excited to spend time adventuring within the capacity of we're going to go explore. We're going to go where the tide takes us, and whether it's the Merfolk City. Did Abel get a name for that city, or is it
no name?
How did he learn about it? Because that was something we kind of talked about above table.
I would say it's mentioned through the people of Dawncall have a city they trade with, and the people of Soromir have been trying to do that, but with no success. So you'd have to go talk to Dawncall natives to try and figure out how you could make that contact.
So the docket seems to be Steam Tide and Astral Sea, and then from there,
go explore.
The
Merfolk. And
either
whatever
Merfolk
else.
or Starcrest,
Yeah, just whichever one.
If we're feeling Mirror World at that point, I don't know how long the Astral Sea is going to take us. So,
yeah, I think it's fine to just kind of. I think I like the idea of getting a base of operations and then going to do other things that seem interesting at the time. I like the underwater city. I think it sounds cool. Yeah. I think also ruined ancient city sounds cool as well. I kind of like the idea of just exploring a bit, because we just kind of rushed right into.
I'm very excited to explore.
Yeah, through ours of just okay, we're in Dawncall, and then we jumped to Soromir for 2 days, and then now we're in Ashaya, and now we're all over the place. And I kind of like the ability to just kind of take some time to actually explore the map and visit places and be
My feedback is the same as usual. Let's fight more monsters.
All right. Thank you, Hunter.
I just had this conversation play out for me.
I like flexing the monster manual because it's always enjoyable to figure out how to deal with the different things they all have.
Say that now, and your team nearly got TPK'd by a guy that stunned half the party underwater.
Yeah, and it's great. It's very entertaining.
It is. You're right.
One thing kind of with that as well is, and this is going to happen just now that we're doing more proper level play, is skill challenges versus kind of actual fights and situational. We had a lot of skill challenges because we couldn't beat them.
Exactly.
But
you'll be fighting just fine now. Definitely.
That was the only thing is we for just making up kind of narrative, it helped to do that. But I think going forward, fewer and farther between. Yeah.
Definitely. That is the goal.
I also kind of like the idea of just being thrown in so spectacularly out of our depth and seeing a creator god and the come out is just okay, just go explore the world. You're a small drop in the bucket. Go experience it.
This is very great midlife crisis for your group. After seeing all that, it's I don't know who I am. After you said a lot of "I don't know who you am," this is actually tracks very well. This is very much like go explore, go wander the earth, and figure out what you are.
Here's like the pinnacle in a creator god. Go figure out your own self now. Can't deal with that, but you can go figure yourself out now.
Like, I'm very excited for this direction just because it's like I like to do the crazy end game creator god bullshit stuff, but I want to earn my way up there first.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to earn my way up.
Yep. No more player agency. No more freedom.
No more.
This seems like a lot of player agency.
Yes, it is, but not the other way. This is a good player agency, not like if you stumble into the end game, let them have it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You said this is the peacetime. We could go find crazy people to release and then just be out of peacetime and have to suffer.
Let's
for
go
it.
fight a fire giant.
Shut your whore mouth.
There's no.
This time is we just have to let Rio out of observed world, and we'll have the same effect. It'll be fine. So it'll be funnier the second time.
I mean, it sounds like M might just do it whenever. So
M's her own person. We can't deal with that. That's high end game shit. So you can do what she wants. Not a problem.
I love M so much. M's so cool.
M's so cool, but that is outside of our wheelhouse. You just have to be like, "Yep, sure thing, ma'am."
I like that M will just show up and talk to us and then leave. Like,
yeah,
that's fun. That's very fun. I feel like I'm M's friend now.
That's how she wants.
I mean, those buffs definitely got you feeling a type of way.
But don't worry, you're absolutely friends with the dragon god. Don't worry, you're friends with him. You'd do anything for him.
Charmed to meet her.
I know the sword tree is not to be touched, but the Savern Cost tree, is that, a potential?
Leave it alone.
I'm nervous about that one. I'm curious to see what he's been doing.
You can try and track him down if you want. Have fun with that.
Because, just killing his boss and then him being like, you know what, all good.
You're so boring.
I know. I just want to build cool shit. Like, maybe a bomb would be nice.
We're literally going to have Ultra Artifice Place as our place of operation.
I know.
If we clear it out, that's the goal. Yeah.
I hope if we clear out, I would like to build big and terrible things.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, sure. Whatever, bud. Sure, your call. You want.
Lucius just becomes Heisenberg.
How come there's no danger close perk? Because there's no danger close perk.
Yeah, because you just don't get that.
I made the biggest bomb and it was awesome, but we all died. It's collateral.
Lucius builds
there
a WMD.
is a very specific build that you can do that.
Stab you.
Evasion. Make a build with evasion and you've got danger close.
That's even
Evocation Wizard, technically.
Oh, okay.
One of their subclass feats is that they can choose a certain number of creatures within the radius of a spell and automatically make them pass the skill check, the saving throw, and then make it so that when they pass, they also take no damage, so you can make pockets of protection.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was pretty sick.
I had to deal with that a lot.
Hell.
So you can have the true Fireball Wizard.
Duper fireball.
I cast Fireball.
Fireball.
Blow him up.
If you ever use silvery barbs, you have to scream silvery barbs like he does in the video. Perfect. That's exactly how it has to be said. I love it.
So how many fireball beads do we have total? 10?
5. We've got 5.
No, we got 2.
Everybody got 2.
Oh, did we get 2? I thought we got 1 each.
No, we got 2 each. We got 10.
Hey,
My
10
bad.
for 1 each, but yeah, I did give you 2 each because you guys kept asking 2 of everything. I'm like,
sure.
Alright, and then we also got our paralysis potions. Those are fun.
And the anti-magic collars.
Ah, you weren't supposed to tell him about that one. You weren't supposed to put that one onto the ether.
I think I literally asked him when we got into the regular Zenny, like, hey, does he still work? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, that was last week. That was
That was literally like 2 days ago. It was like 2-3 days ago.
No,
that's a millennia ago. Who knows?
Who fucking...
We're gonna go immediately to the Valor Titan Ruin.
I want to go explore the Titan Ruin.
That is a recipe to get.
We could just go to a different Titan Ruin.
No, we could. There's
no, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. No. Bad things happen there.
This time, Tellius actually dies because it just happens again. It just happens again.
That ruin's different for your guys in your world, though. It's different.
Right, we
I'm
did.
Harry dies.
We didn't release a champion of Lolth to kill Ignatius, so it's
so
fine.
far haven't released a champion of the Fathoms.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
That
we
was
got
so
time.
impressive. That was so impressive. The other group loves.
There's a big altar with a shiny spot for this golden eye that a player has. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to
But
do.
he's just unreasonable with his fucking puzzles. I don't know, man. I just don't know. He's just.
No,
Just
there
doesn't
was
do enough for us.
there was a moment in the most recent episode where like Ryan's like, I try and like kill all the spiders, and Justin's like, no, you're not doing that. I don't want to get TPK.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing's better than the door. Nothing will ever be better than the door.
Where's the height? I don't think you're ever topping that.
Okay. Anything else before we
think-
stop
I think
for
that's
today?
it. I think that's it. I think
Yeah,
I think we have progressed into the post-game chat already. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to stop the stream. Today's session is over. We will rejoin May 6th is our next session, correct?
Yes.
So 2 weeks from today at 9:30 a.m. Maybe 9 if I can wake up, but probably 9:30.
We'll return to Xenia.
We will return to Xenia and begin our pilgrimage to Steamtide.
I will say also, since Far has flown over there, he has seen a tree there.
This is true.
Oh my god, I didn't think about that.
You just seen a tree.
Problem, unless they were.
You guys are so boring. You don't even want any random encounters on the wild. You're so boring.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see.
You're so boring. Fucking whatever. See you guys.